gosh, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Muffet and thank you so much for tuning in today to hear what I have to say about some really amazing fragrances. Lately I've been sampling fragrances because I want to get a couple hauls going this spring, and I already have my first set gone through. So there'll be another video on my first haul of 2024. But I wanted to talk about fragrances that are really, really great, but they didn't quite make the cut. And I want to break down why and what my issues were with those fragrances. So guys, if you have sprayed or sampled these fragrances that I mentioned in this video, please leave a comment down below to let me know what you think. I'm interested to know what your opinion is. So y'all, if you are interested to hear why these fragrances did not make the cut, please stay tuned. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and also click on that bell so you know of the next time that I upload a video. All right, let's get started. Okay, so the first fragrance that I want to bring up is a very popular fragrance that everyone is talking about, and it is none other than Theodore Kalostini's, hope I said it right, Lemon Tart. So you guys, when I first smelled this fragrance, I thought it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It's a nice, it's a simple lemon tart type fragrance. This is a buttery, lemony, tarty piece of goodness right here. This fragrance is really, really good. There's the regular lemon, there's the lemon zest in here. You also have whipped cream and butteriness. I can literally smell the butter that is in here. It complements the lemon in here so well. It's almost like taking some of that butter, that whipped cream, some of that sugar, the whole entire lemon, which includes the zest in the inside of the lemon, and some vanilla, and you're putting it in that pistil immortal. I can never say that word. Bear with me, y'all. I can never say that word. Pistil and mortar. So you're taking it and you're just like smashing it in the bowl. Imagine that beautiful fragrant smell that's just coming out of the bowl. That's what this fragrance smells like. And it's also at a very good price. The only reason why I decided not to purchase this fragrance is because I already have lemon crumb by Black Cat fragrances. You guys know this is my favorite lemon fragrance right here. It is hard to get, however, this fragrance right here, it hits all the ways that you could do a lemon. This is a universal lemon fragrance. So even though Lemon Tart is really, really beautiful, if you cannot get your hands on the Black Cat fragrances one, I completely understand. I would definitely say pick up the Lemon Tart one. That one is really good. And it's also at a good price. So maybe someday in the future I would purchase it, but I just don't feel the need to get this fragrance right now. But I do feel like this is a very beautiful fragrance. This fragrance captures the juiciness of the lemon, the juiciness and the tartness of a lemon. However, the Black Cat fragrances, it covers different aspects of that lemon. Not only the juiciness, not only the tartness, but it also covers the baked good smell that you also get when you create something that has lemon in it. It's a 360, hit all the buckets, hit all the bullets type of fragrance. But this is really, really good. So y'all, I say Lemon Tart is definitely a go. Definitely a go. Don't be surprised if I have it in the future. I just don't feel the need to get it right now, but it didn't make the list, but I think it should make yours. Next up is a fragrance that, in my opinion, I feel is like the perfect rose and wine fragrance. This is what I would have wanted Don Rosa to smell like, the one by Liquid Imagineers. So this is a Philippe Plains Fatale Rose, and I have a sampler right here. The website doesn't explain the actual notes, but oh yes, this is a powdery rose with some smooth wine and oh gosh, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. You can smell that there is a slight citrus in here, but that just adds to the beautiful freshness that you get from that powdery rose that is in this fragrance. You also smell this like fermented nuance in there, as if there's some type of a light wine note, like a dry wine note in here. The only reason why I have not purchased this fragrance is because the lasting power on this is like, it's a joke. It's a joke. Like not even 2 hours, not even 3 hours, an hour and a half. It's not great at all. So that's the only reason why I decided that this would not be something that I would purchase. However, if this sits, I've had this, I would say, for about maybe 4 months, because this fragrance came out later last year, if I'm not mistaken. If I find that this, after it sits, it lasts for a longer amount of time on my skin, I'm definitely purchasing this right here because this is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. If you haven't tried it, and if you're willing to give it a try and for the hopes that it will last, or if you don't really care if it lasts or not, definitely try this one out because this is a gorgeous, perfectly balanced, fresh, powdery rose wine scent. It's absolutely beautiful. The next fragrance I want to talk about is none other than Happy Dust by Narcotica. Now, I love Narcotica perfumes. I have 2 of theirs already. I have the, I'll put it on the screen. When I tape, every time I try to remember something, I never remember it. Why? I don't know. But I have sticky, I'll put it on the screen what I have. For Narcotica, I really like the lasting power and the strength of their fragrances. So when Happy Dust came out, you know, I was really excited that there was something new that I think would be perfect for the spring. In the notes, I saw vanilla, mango, and some coconut. So I was like, I gotta get that. I gotta at least try and get my nose on this to see what it would be like. And y'all, all I smell is vanilla and coconut, which isn't bad, but this is so faint. When they say Happy Dust, they mean Happy Dust. Like this, you're gonna spray it out and it's just gonna like, you think it's gonna go in your nose, but no, it's gonna go right past your nose. You're just gonna be like, where'd it go? You know, that's literally what this is like. So this is literally Happy Dust. This is why this fragrance has not made it to my collection. It's so fleeting, I don't even have a chance to really make out all the notes that are in this fragrance. There's no lasting power on me whatsoever. So that is my take on Happy Dust by Narcotica. If you guys have smelled this before, let me know what you think about this and let me know if you think it's worth the buck, because Narcotica is not a cheap fragrance brand, and for them to have released this, seeing as how fleeting it is, you get my eyebrow. Shame. Next up is a fragrance that I wasn't surprised when I figured out that I wasn't going to purchase it. However, the brand itself has a DNA that can be very just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good, but I don't know about that one. That's what I get from this particular brand. And this is none other than Unique Luxury. So I already have the Mashimuro, and I know a lot of people have issues with that one, is it's being too smoky, but I thought it was beautiful. That's why I got it. I usually mix that fragrance with my Mon Paris, my YSL. That's a great combination. I did a short on that a couple months ago. So this fragrance right here is Njie. Or Njie, I hope I said it right. So this fragrance is supposed to be a citrusy, woody, fresh type of fragrance, and it really is, y'all. I think this fragrance is beautiful for a guy because it is very masculine. The note that threw me off the most of why I decided that I wouldn't get it is that vetiver in there. That's something that I don't believe should be in any woman's fragrance ever in life, and it's in here. I don't think they even intended this to be a woman's fragrance, but I looked at the notes and the way it was described on the Lucky Scent website, I was just like, oh, this is super feminine. I gotta try this. And once I got it, I was like, nah, this is definitely a masculine fragrance, but it's good. I would love to smell this on a guy. This has bergamot, this has grapefruit, red wine, some patchouli, and y'all know I love my sugared patchouli. Oh my gosh, that's the vibe it's giving here. This is really good. And you would think that there's ginger in here, but there isn't. There's amber, pink pepper, cedar, vanilla, and some frankincense. Y'all, I think this is an amazing fragrance. If you're a guy and if you're watching this, try it out. If you already have tried it, let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to this sample just to hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe in the future I might get it just because I love the smell so much, but I don't feel like this fragrance is a feminine fragrance for a woman. However, it's still fresh and aromatic, and it's juicy with all that lemon in here. Y'all, this is a beautiful fragrance. Didn't make the list, but hopefully it will make yours. The next fragrance that didn't quite make the list is none other than Mula Mula Caramel by Byron Perfumes. Now, I already have the original Mula Mula perfume, so the fact that this had caramel added to it, I was just like, I have to try this because every fragrance that I have smelled so far from Byron Perfumes has been absolutely amazing. I love the strength of their perfumes. The way they blend all the notes together is absolutely amazing. So I picked up a sample of the Mula Mula Double Caramel. And guys, this is Mula Mula. When I say they literally took a drop of the caramel fragrance oil or whatever they do to make this perfume and said, boop, we're gonna go ahead and charge them 300 and change for a whole new bottle of a whole completely same fragrance. There's nothing that really differentiates the notes from the original Mula Mula perfume. So I was very much disappointed in this because I'm just like, where is the caramel? I expected to get a lot more smoothness and thickness from this fragrance than I did get. So that's why this fragrance was a no for me. Now, not to say that it's bad, because we all know Mula Mula is an amazing perfume. It's just, if anything, I would get Mula Mula again once I finish the bottle. I would not be purchasing, you know, something like this. You know, I think once you have the original Mula Mula, you don't need this one right here. The caramel really doesn't do anything for anything in this fragrance. So that's just my opinion of Mula Mula Double Caramel. Ain't no double caramel in this fragrance. Nope, not at all. Okay. Next up is a brand that I sampled 2 fragrances from. And I think what freaked me out the most, well, okay. In the fall of last year, I sampled 2 fragrances from Quarantino. I don't know if I said it right. Oh my gosh. Coraterno. And I'm going to tell you what my initial thoughts were. So the initial fragrance that I tried was Quaranterno's Psychodelicious. What? Okay, I was right. It's Psychodelicious. I wasn't sure if I was reading that right. I thought this fragrance was absolutely beautiful, you guys. Psychodelicious has black currant, raspberry, lychee, mango, pink pepper, grapefruit, and nutmeg in the top notes. There's more. There's peony and rose in the middle, as long as magnolia. In the base, we have vanilla, vetiver, amber, and sandal. I don't like vetiver, but hey, I actually like it in this fragrance. The mango in here is pretty strong, and I like it. The audacity, you know what I'm saying? So my issue with this fragrance is, okay, have you guys seen the website? And that symbol on there that just freaks me out. Do you guys see that? I ain't buying no fragrance that has that on there on the website. I just, I'm not doing it. That's the only reason why I'm not getting it. And also, of course, you guys know I have to confirm if it has phthalates or not before I purchase it or spend my buck on it. That's just what I do. But there's a juicy, sweet indolicness to this fragrance that I cannot pinpoint. I really, really like this fragrance. But y'all, I'm not getting no weird, I'm not doing it. The next fragrance by the brand is none other than Mystic Sugar. The first time I tried this fragrance out, I immediately thought, oh, this is a man's fragrance. It's very masculine. But then as it had some time to settle, I started to smell the smoothness in the almond blossom that's in the top note of this fragrance. This is a beautiful fragrance. It really is. And I just sprayed it again today because I noticed that after a couple months, and it started to lean more towards the feminine side. There's cardamom in here, which I do love in a fragrance, and I love the way the way it's done in here is nice and smooth, like the way it's done in the Armani Privé's, which one is that? Magenta Tanzanite. So I like the smoothness of it all, but I do still feel that this is a masculine fragrance. I still think it's really, really beautiful. So this is the second fragrance on the list so far in this video that I think lean more towards the masculine side. But I still think that the fragrance is really, really pretty. So yeah, this is Mystic Sugar. It's beautiful, but it did not make my list. Next up is a brand that I can be a little on the fence with. I do love one of their fragrances, which I have already. This is Boy Smells, and I have Rose Load. It's a beautiful musky rose fragrance. But this one that I picked up is Boy Smells Marble Fruit. Now, this is a creamy, fruity floral. However, to me, there was nothing about it that stood out to me that would make me want to actually make a purchase. And I know the Sephora sale's coming up where you can get 20% off. That would have been in my Sephora pile of fragrances to purchase. However, there's nothing that stood out to me about this fragrance that made me say, I have to get this fragrance. This has pear, nectarine, pink pepper, and cinnamon at the top. And I do smell that cinnamon, and I feel like the cinnamon is kind of strong in here. It's a little stronger than it should be. Maybe the cinnamon should have been in the middle. Yeah, I think that's probably what's throwing me out about this. It's beautiful, but I think the cinnamon is too high on the notes in this fragrance list. It should probably be in the middle or on the base of this fragrance. You have your pear, nectarine, and pink pepper, and I feel like those fragrances are literally covered with a blanket of cinnamon. And it's too much cinnamon. There's, you know, even when you're baking, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg is all you need to it's so pungent. It can flavor up a whole pot of whatever it is you're making. But if you just like open up the cap and just go like so, sprinkle over everything, it's going to be bad. And I think that's kind of what happened to me when I was smelling this fragrance. That's just how it pulled off to me. So yeah, Boy Smells Marble Fruit is not a go for me. However, you know, it's not bad, to each their own. If you've tried this, or if you will, let me know what you think about this fragrance. Next up is a fragrance by a brand that I have struggled with in the past. However, I did find a fragrance from that I really, really love. So I'm actually waiting on their email replies because I want to know if they're phthalate free or not, so I can go ahead and purchase that one. But anyways, this fragrance that almost made the list was 1968 by Rosendo Matu. So this has some interesting notes. This is a green, musky floral fragrance. You have dewdrop notes in here, and I do smell that. It's a pretty green fragrance. However, I do feel like the spices that are in the middle are what throw me off with this fragrance. So if spices are going to be in something that should be, all the rest of the notes are light and ethereal. You have floral notes, you have dewy notes, you have green notes. That's great. That it sounds like you're just outside, the breeze is on you, and you're just wafting just all this feminine energy. However, you got this random note of spices in the middle of the fragrance. What's that about? You know, so I think that's the note that's throwing me off about this fragrance. It's randomly spicy for no reason. If you guys have this, and if you're looking to try this out and end up doing so, let me know what you think in the comments. Because I mean, if that spicy note wasn't in here, I think I would definitely be purchasing 1968, or at least it would be on my purchase list. So yeah, check it out. Next up is a fragrance by a brand that I'm starting to get to know. There's another perfume that I really, really love from this line, and this is Maître Parfumeur et Gantier. I wouldn't butcher that. But the fragrance name is Bahiana. And I thought this was pretty unique. It sounded like it was perfect for the spring and the summer, which it is. This is a citrusy, woody fragrance with some coconut in the base. I think it's really, really nice. However, there was nothing about this fragrance that really stood out to me to say, oh my gosh, I have to get this for the spring and the summer. So that's why I decided not to get it this time around. But it's not to say that I would not purchase it. The wood in here is very potent and smooth at the same time. It does not overpower the beautiful lemon and orange citrusy notes that are in the beginning of this fragrance. This is a very nice citrusy woody fragrance with some coconut in the base and a very light musk. It's a creamy base. It's definitely not a musky base. If you guys are interested to smell this, let me know what you think once you do, because this is a beautiful fragrance. There was just nothing that really stood out about it to me that made me say, yeah, I have to have it, but it's still pretty. Next is a fragrance by Diptqye that I feel had too much iris in it, and that is none other than Fleur de Peau. This fragrance opens up with aldehydes, pink pepper, angelica, and bergamot. That just screams freshness and outdoors and femininity right there. And when I smell that iris note, it was the first thing that hit me. Even though it's in the middle, it was the first thing that hit me, and I cannot do iris. If iris is in a fragrance, it has to be something that is in the base, like at the end. It's just such a strong floral note, and it comes off very lipsticky to me, and I don't like that lipstick a note in a fragrance. I'm very temperamental with it. Same thing with like orange blossom. I can't do too much orange blossom. It has to be just right. So yeah, this is definitely a iris heavy fragrance. If you're into iris heavy fragrances, this is your girl, okay? That's your girl, okay? But as for me, I just couldn't do it. This is like iris EDP. Last but not least is a fragrance by a brand that I don't think I've ever really gotten into before. So the brand is Paris Monte Carlo, and the fragrance is Rose de Taif. You guys, the geranium in this fragrance, it's a geranium bomb. That's what this fragrance is. It is just so heavy on that one floral note. As soon as I inhaled it, I was like, nah, it's way too potent. This is supposed to be a citrusy, fresh, aromatic fragrance. I wouldn't say it's aromatic, but it is very, is it fresh? I just feel like that floral note in there is so strong, and the lemon is next in line. It's a very fresh, very green fragrance. And if you're into that, definitely try this out. But I just feel like there has to be something else in there to balance this off. There needs to be some juiciness or some smoothness in there. You can't have this strong floral note and then this strong lemon notes, like citrusy note, with nothing to really smooth things out. In this fragrance I see here, this fragrance has other floral fragrances. This fragrance has 2 different kinds of rose in there, musk and nutmeg, but there's literally nothing to just tie into all the notes and just smooth things out a bit. So yeah, this was a no for me. Yeah, it was a no. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in to hear about the fragrances that are beautiful but didn't quite make the cut for my fragrance wish list. If you guys have tried these out, let me know what you think down below. I am very interested to hear what you have to say. All right, so I will see you guys in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel and click on that bell so you know of the next time that I upload a video. Until the next time, make sure you guys enjoy life and take care of yourselves, okay? See you in the next one. Bye.